Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me once again as I venture into the unknown world of live streaming. I hope that you can see and hear me okay, and I'm really happy to bring this particular concert to you tonight. It's always a special night whenever we perform at the Green Mill. It's one of my favorite clubs to play at. But this particular night, January 16th, 2016, was just a few weeks after my father passed away. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to sing anywhere or be in front of an audience at that point. But the more I thought about it, I realized that the best way to honor my father and his love of music and the mutual connection that we had with music, the best way to do that was to do exactly what I did, to be on stage and making music with friends, with an incredible audience. It really was an exceptional night that I'll never forget. And what better place than the Green Mill? So enjoy. Here we go. January 16th, 2016, the Paul Marinaro Quintet at the Green Mill. Thanks, folks. How are you? Good luck to you. Thank you. Hey, Paul. Hey, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you.
May I have your attention?
Hey folks, welcome to the Green Mill. Help me welcome to the stage the fantastic Paul Marinaro. Without a song, the day would never end. Without a song, the road would never bend. Things go wrong, a man ain't got a friend without a song. That field of corn would never see a plow. That field of corn would be deserted now. A man is born, but he is no good, no how, without a song.
troubles and woe, but sure as I know, Jordan will roll, and I'll get along as a song is strong in my soul. I'll never know what makes the rain to fall. I'll never know what makes the grass so tall. I only know that there's no love at all without a song. Without a song, the day would never end. Without a song, the road would never bend. Things go wrong, a man ain't got a friend without a song. That field of corn would never see a plow. Well, that field of corn would be deserted now. A man is born, but he's no good, no how, without a song. I've got my troubles and woe, but sure as I know, the Jordan will roll, and I'll get along as a song is strong in my soul. I'll never know what makes the rain to fall. I will never know what can make that grass so tall. I only know that there's no love at all without a song. Only know that there's no love Thank you very much. Wow, this is something. We were pretty full last night, but this is remarkable. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Thank you. I have never before looked forward to performances as much as I have these two, last night and tonight, and particularly here at the Green Mill. That song I recorded with this exact band that's with me tonight 2.5 years ago. We released it 2.5 years ago, and it was a tribute to my father. And that was his favorite song throughout his life. And thank you. I'm hoping that he's here with us tonight. We're going to move on to my new album, the one we're releasing tonight, One Night in Chicago, which was recorded live, and this is a favorite Ellington tune. I walk down the street, seems everyone I meet gives me a friendly hello. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. The birds in every tree are also neighborly. They sing wherever I go. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. If you should ask me the amount in my bank account, I'd have to confess that I'm slipping, but that don't bother me. Confidentially, I've got a dream. It's a pivot, and when the day is through, each night I hurry to a home where love waits. I know, I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. When I walk down the street, seems everyone I meet gives me a friendly hello. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. The birds in every tree are also neighborly. They sing wherever I go. I guess that I'm just a lucky so-and-so. If you should ask me the amount in my bank account, well, I'd have to confess that I'm slipping. That don't bother me. Confidentially, I've got a dream, and it's a pivot. And when the day is through, each night I hurry to a home where love waits. I know, but I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. Policastro. You can ask me the amount in my bank account. Well, I'd have to confess that I'm slipping. That don't bother me. Confidentially, I've got a dream. It's a pity when the day is through. Each night I hurry to a home where love waits. I guess I'm just a lucky soul, and so, and so, and so, and so. Well, I guess I'm just a lucky soul, and so. Thank you very much. That's the great Duke Ellington. That is the opening track for our live album, One Night in Chicago. We're going to jump to another song. It's a favorite of mine on that album. And it's one that I always like to do with Andy Brown. You're wondering which one that could be. The possibilities are endless, Andy. It's a Jobim too. That's the one. It's interesting. With different life experiences, lyrics that I thought I knew all my life, I knew what they meant, suddenly have, they unfold. They have different meanings, new meanings. This is one of them for me. Once again, without you. Once again, without love. Once again, we have quarreled, but now you've left me all alone. Once again, how I cried, how I tried to forget. Once again, I still want you, but now you've left me all alone. people see me and they wonder why I feel so sad and lonely. Well, everything is sorrow, bringing only thoughts of you. Living doesn't mean a thing, I'm so all alone and blue. It seems to me I'm always crying. What's a lonely heart to do? Once again, without you. Once again, without love. How I long for the moment to be together once again. Without love, once again, we have quarreled, but now you've left me all alone. Once again, how I cry, how I try to forget. Once again, I still love you, but now you've left me all alone. Well, people see me and they wonder why I feel so sad and lonely. Well, everything is sorrow, bringing only thoughts of you. Living doesn't mean a thing, I'm so all alone and blue. It seems to me I'm always crying. Well, what's a lonely heart to do? Once again, without you. Once again, without love, how I long for the moment to be together once again. Together once again. together once again. Together once again. Thank you. Thank you. That's wonderful Jobim tune. Outra vez.
To do just with Joe on bass, and he just kills it on that song. Speaking of Joe Policastro, let's see if we can bring him in right now. Hey, Joe. Hey. So how are you? I already know, but you can answer truthfully.
It's been an interesting 48 hours. Yesterday morning, I got to wake up to a rapidly rising sewage backup in my basement. It was just one of those days where like all the plumbing companies, everybody was busy, and they're like, "We can get there later today. We'd be there tonight." And if I had to wait like just 2 to 3 hours, our entire basement would have been submerged by that point.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, as if nothing else was going on.
Right. I will say this, like, and all of these experiences keep pushing like your levels of dealing with things, I guess the depth of which, you're willing to accept things. And what started is just like, oh, my CDs, my records quickly became, I just want to save my home. Right now, all morning long, I've been here with this mitigation team, like just cleaning up the basement because it's just everything's covered in raw sewage. It's as awful as you could possibly imagine. And I'm just like I'm just thankful that I still have a home.
Yeah, you seem relatively calm about it, but understandable. So I appreciate you taking the time to do this.
No, this is a good distraction.
Yes. It's been, you're probably like me, I don't go back and listen to a lot of concerts or things that we have recorded because, I don't know, you just keep moving forward and you keep doing the next gig. But this whole moment, these last few months, I've just been delving into files and hard drives, and I came across this night at the Green Mill. And there's so many great nights we've had, but this one in particular was really special for me because I didn't think I was going to do it. I thought I was going to have to cancel it because my dad had just passed away. And I remember talking to you from Buffalo. You checked in and I was just like, yeah, I don't know if I want to be in front of an audience right now. And you're just like, well, if you decide to do it, we've got you. We're going to be on stage. And there was just a sense of just making it okay. I just knew that this is going to be okay. Just very comforted by everybody in the room, the band. And Green Mill is kind of unique to you and I because when I first came to Chicago, I would go, you're one of the first people I met in this scene. And I would go and sit at the bar in that smoke-filled space at the time. And I would watch you and Kim Gordon. I don't even think I ever spoke. I just like soaked the music up until we got to know one another. But I don't remember how you knew if I was a singer or not. I don't remember how that came across.
I think we eventually we started chatting and things too, and that was probably how it all came together. But that Sunday night gig was really sort of monumental for me, just in terms of just musically, playing with Chris Foreman so regularly, yeah. And him and I always really just got along so great musically and stuff. And it's funny that ties in as well too.
So it would be 2003. I would just watch and just, coming from Buffalo, there was nothing like that. There's nothing like the Mill pretty much anywhere. It's right. The Green Mill is just a unique space, but coming from a small city, seeing everything you would imagine a jazz club to be, and the performers with you and Kim and Andy Brown. I just remember sitting there thinking like, wow, these are the type of musicians I hope to work with someday. I've always thought back on those times, and you were instrumental in just introducing me to everyone. Like, most of the people I know on the scene, I met through you. once we started working
but no, it just brings up the great Judy Roberts too, so a mutual friend of ours. Well,
yeah, I think the first time I met Judy was at the mill with you.
Oh, that's right, because she was playing some of the times with him there.
Kim. So yeah, it's getting a little frightening how long that history is. When
it is. At that time,
years. How could that be?
Yeah.
But yeah, this was really special to revisit this and have a reason to do so. But it was a great night. Anything else new?
Jesus. Got any gigs coming up?
I have no gigs. Yeah. I think 2020 was completely canceled.
That's getting to be sort of mind-blowing. Like I said, I've reached like a new point. I'm like totally free. I've been all morning long. I've been talking to these workers down in the basement. They're like, do you want to try to salvage this? And I've just been saying 2 words. I'm like, letting go. So everything is like, that's my new thing, letting go. So that's what's new with me.
All right, man. Well, let's get some more music. I appreciate you chatting, but don't go too far because I'm going to have you back with Mr. Andy Brown.
You got it.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
There's no moon at all.
What a night. Even lightning bugs have dimmed their light. Stars have disappeared from sight, and there's no moon at all. Don't make a sound, it's so dark. Even Fido is afraid to bark. What a perfect chance to park, and there's no moon at all. Should we want atmosphere for inspiration, dear? One kiss will make it clear that the bright moonlight might interfere. No moon at all up above. This is nothing like they told us of. Just to think we fell in love, and there's no moon at all. No moon at all. What a night. Even lightning bugs have dimmed their light. Stars have disappeared from sight, and there's no moon at all. Don't make one sound, it's so dark. Even Fido is afraid to bark. What a perfect chance to park, and there's no moon at all. Should we want atmosphere for inspiration, dear? One kiss will make it clear that tonight is right, and bright moonlight might interfere. No moon at all up above. This is nothing like they told us of. Just to think we fell in love, and there's no moon at all. For Chris Sargent. That's Andy Brown. fields of dim little light. Stars have disappeared from sight. There's no moon at all. Don't make a sound. Shh, it's so dark. Even Fido is afraid to bark. What a perfect chance to park. And there's no moon at all. Should we want atmosphere for inspiration, dear? One kiss will make it clear that tonight is right and bright moonlight might interfere. No moon at all up above. This is nothing like they told us of. Just to think we fell in love and there's no moon at all. And there's no moon at all.
Thank you very much. The environment that we perform in. This is wonderful, really. This is a song that I told myself last night that I probably wouldn't do, but we did, and I'd like to do it again. It's a little close to the bone, but it's a beautiful song written by Johnny Mandel and Dave Frischberg. And this features Mr. Andy Brown on guitar. In the evening, when the kettle's on for tea, an old familiar feeling settles over me, and it's your face I see, and I believe that you are there. In a garden, as I stop to touch a rose and feel the petals soft and sweet against my nose, I smile, and I suppose that somehow maybe you are there. When I'm dreaming and I find myself awake without a warning, then I rub my eyes and fantasize that all at once I realize it's morning, and my fantasy is fading like the distant star at dawn. My dearest dream has gone. I often think there's just one thing to do: pretend the dream is true and tell myself that you are.
and I find myself away without a warning. Well, then I rub my eyes and fantasize that all at once I realize it's morning, and my fantasies fading like a distant star at dawn. My dearest dream has gone. I often think there's just one thing to do: pretend the dream is true. And tell myself that you are there. Thank you. That's the great David Fishberg and Johnny Mandel. Wonderful pairing.
Wow. It's a powerful song, and I just get blown away by Andy's playing every time I hear that. So let's bring Andy in right now. There he is.
Hey.
Hey, man. Well, every time I revisit that clip when I'm brave enough, you are there. I am just in awe of what you created in that moment.
Thank you.
As you always do. But that was a particular favorite memory because I was terrified to do that song that night. We had never done it before. And I didn't want to, having just come back from my dad's funeral and all that, I knew I had to do this gig, and I knew I had to be present with an audience and entertain them. I didn't want to get maudlin, and I didn't want to get too close to the bone that night. So I knew that song was going to be dangerous.
You went right for that song.
Yeah, of all songs. But I just wanted to commemorate the moment, and there's just no more perfect song for that. So I remember asking you if you knew it right before the gig, and you said yes, and you looked at me, you're like, don't worry, I got you. And I remember that, and I just remember that what we're missing right now, that sense of camaraderie, that sense of community, that sense of creation with another musician, that was 100-fold in that moment, because I literally felt like you had me, like you were going to protect me from my own like crumbling or something. And I can't explain it.
One of my specialties, I gotta say, is like getting a singer right to where they're about to cry, like right at the end, they're about to, and then I pull it back. Like that's my thing. It's like there's no crying in jazz. Like you can get really close. But like singers, I mean, they you know, it's an emotional thing. I mean, especially obviously that situation, but any song, I mean, I have seen it. I'm sure you've experienced it. I mean, I've experienced it in my own playing where something just moves you and you go over the edge. So like, I think the key with singers is like, you want to put it out there, but just be careful. Cause like when you're emotionally vulnerable, like you know, you gotta, and it, like I remember like that night, and I've had a few nights like that over the years where you know somebody's having a really emotional thing, and I mean I have an emotional connection to that song too, because actually when my mom died, I heard a version of that, you know, while I was grieving. It was actually Stacey Kent has a real nice version of it. It's like the last song on one of her albums, and I had never really heard the song, and I heard it, and the words just same way. You're missing your parent, and you just, I mean, that seems like it was written for that, something like that, and so. I think I had on that night like an emotional connection to that song and just anyone that you've lost. So you definitely, that feeds the music. That's the idea, is that the emotion feeds the music without overtaking it. You did a great job that night. I remember, that night was a deep night, and those kinds of nights, like, you're never sure, should I just stay home? Like, am I going to lose it? I don't want to lose it in front of the audience. Or
yeah, no one really wants to. Everyone would have understood, I'm sure, but nobody really wants to come out on a Friday and Saturday night, see somebody who's,
and you have that professional discipline. So you did the right thing, and I think putting your emotion, finding music that allows you catharsis. That's the idea. It's everyone in the audience has lost somebody, so they know that's the idea. Is just put enough in that you don't go all the way over the edge, and you're fine.
Yeah, it's an interesting balance, and I don't know if I had to explain it to someone, if I had to teach it, I don't think I could, to know how far you can go into connecting to an interpretation or to a lyric when you're in a moment like that. It just you just hold it together, but it's stunning. It's stunning. What you did on that is really
likewise, man. Likewise,
remarkable.
No.
So you went.
I was just gonna say too, like, our favorite singers, like Frank Sinatra. It's one of the reasons I can always listen to him, because he puts, that's the magic too of somebody that can put that kind of emotion, even if it's maybe not the certain period of loss at that moment. But when you hear him sing, like, What's New on Only the Lonely, or something, like, whenever I hear him sing that, I get that song, like, wow, like you ran into somebody and you haven't seen them, and you're just like, what's new? Like,
yeah,
so much emotion into it, like, it just, he feels it so
well
much,
it's that's the finest line in an emotional interpreter, is to get right to that line. So Sinatra was the most masculine of vocalists. He just had a very masculine presence about himself, yet I don't know of a male vocalist that is as vulnerable, who is willing to show you, like, how deep his hurt went. So he's a real interesting study that way. And I always, listening with my dad, we would always remark on that, like how he, it was conversational, it was musical, yet it was almost always a confessional. Like, it transcends singing, it transcends a song. And you realize this person is telling you a story. He's lived this. This is actually coming from a very real place. So that's the goal, anyway. But
go ahead.
You went that night from the quietest, most beautiful playing on "You Are There" to the grittiest I think I've ever heard you, with me anyway, on "Ain't Got Nothing But the Blues." So that's going to be coming up next. But everything good? Petra's okay? Your wife?
We're okay. Ups and downs. Trying to not think too much about the future, because there's just so many unknowns, and two musicians in one house, that's like a lot of thinking about, like, where's this going? What are we doing? And how's this gonna happen? It's just like, if I just take it day by day, it's gonna go any way it wants. I still think, of course, things are never the same. Change is the nature of life, but we have a tendency to catastrophize too. I think, you could really look at it simply like, we got to get through this, we got to get a cure, and then we kind of got to get, people are going to want to, they're not going to want to just sit and watch the internet forever. They're going to want to get the hell out. So
I want to be back on stage with Andy Brown at the Green Mill.
Yeah, that would be fun. I want to be there too with you. It'd be fun, man.
Yeah, we'll do it. It's going to happen.
All right. Well, thanks for,
All right, buddy. I appreciate you chatting with me, and I appreciate the music that you always make. So,
well, likewise. It's a synergy, like you're saying.
All right, buddy. I'll look for you in. You're gonna pop back. We're gonna get Joe on here too, but I'll look for you on the YouTube for your next stream as well. So
please, I think Wednesdays I'm gonna do
Wednesdays your night,
or at least this Wednesday. I don't know what day. I don't even know what day it is, so I think it's Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Today's Thursday, I think, right? That's
Thursday.
Usually what.
International Jazz Day. So. All right, buddy.
All right.
More music. I'll talk to you later.
2, 3, 4.
Ain't got the change of a nickel. Ain't got no bounce in my shoes. Ain't got no fancy to tickle. I ain't got nothing but the blues. I ain't got no coffee that's perking. Ain't got no winnings to lose. Ain't got a dream that is working. I ain't got nothing but the blues. When troubles creep up, I put my feet up, and I never let them down. It may be sappy, but I can't get happy since my ever-loving baby left town. Ain't got no rest in my slumbers. Ain't got no feelings to bruise. Ain't got no telephone numbers. I ain't got nothing but the blues.
no bounce, bounce, bounce in my shoes. Ain't got no fancy to tickle. I ain't got nothing but the blues. Ain't got no coffee that's perking. Ain't got no winnings to lose. Ain't got a dream that is working. I ain't got nothing but the blues. When troubles creep up, I put my feet up. And I never let them down. It may be sappy, I can't get happy since my ever-loving baby left town. Ain't got no rest in my slumber. Ain't got no winning to lose. Ain't got no telephone numbers. I ain't got nothing but the blues. Ain't got nothing but the blues. No, I ain't got nothing. No, I ain't got nothing. No, I ain't got nothing. Ain't got nothing but the blues. That's Duke Ellington. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, where to now? That was nice and loud. Nice loud one, Andy. That old black magic has me in its spell. That old black magic that you weave so well. As I see fingers up and down my spine. That same old witchcraft when your eyes meet mine. That same old tingle that I feel inside. Then that elevator starts its ride. Down and down I go, round and round I go, like a leaf that's caught in the tide. I should stay away, what can I do? Well, I hear your name, and I'm a flame with such a burning desire that only a kiss put out the fire. You're the lover I have waited for. You're the mate that fate had me created for. And every time your lips meet mine, darling, down and down I go, round and round I go. I'm in a spin, I'm loving a spin I'm in. I'm under that old black magic called love. Here we go. That old black magic has me in its spell. That old black magic that you weave so well. With those eyes, see fingers up and down my spine. With that same old witchcraft when your eyes meet mine. With that same old tingle that I feel inside. Then that elevator starts its ride. Down and down I go, round and round I go, like a leaf that's caught in the tide. I should stay away, what can I do? I hear your name, and I'm a flame, with a flame with such a burning desire that only a kiss put out the fire. You're the lover I have waited for. You're the mate that fate had me created for. Every time your lips meet mine, darling, down and down I go, round and round I go. I'm in a spin, I'm loving a spin I'm in. I'm under that old black magic called love. Joe Policastro. That old black magic has me in its spell. That old black magic that you weave so well. Those icy fingers up and down my spine. That same old witchcraft when your eyes meet mine. That same old tingle that I feel inside. Then that elevator starts its ride. Down and down I go, round and round I go, like a leaf that's caught a tide. I should stay away, what can I do? I hear your name, and I'm a flame with such a burning desire that only a kiss put out the fire. You're the lover I have waited for. You're the mate that fate had me created for. Every time your lips meet mine, darling, down and down I go, round and round I go, in a spin. I'm loving a spin, I'm in, under that old black magic called love. I'm in a spin, I'm loving a spin, I'm in, under that old black magic called love. I'm in a spin, I'm loving a spin, I'm in, under that old black magic called love. I'm in a spin, loving a spin, I'm in, under that old black magic called love.
Thank you very much. Those of you just joining us, welcome to one of my favorite nights of all time. Really, this is an exceptional, exceptional night. I can't thank you all enough. That's a great tune that has been a staple of ours for the last 2.5 years. We recorded that song because when I was a little kid, I found a scratchy old 78. And that was the very first song when I was as 5 years old that I remember hearing that it was considered a jazz standard. And what was special about it was my father was singing. He had made his own recording for himself back as a teenager in the 40s. So that was the genesis of why I wanted to record Without a Song in tribute to him. And we brought it full circle. We have this big, funny-looking mug on a 12-inch vinyl. They're really heavy to carry, folks. I don't want to take the whole box home, so help me out. What I would do for a Manhattan right about now. I'm on the home stretch. I can misbehave a little bit. If I see you guys sucking yours down, I have nothing up here. Nothing. Well, exactly. It is always an honor and a thrill to be on this stage in this room, so thank you for joining us. That said, we're going to do something quiet and pretty, and this is a special request for a special friend, and this features Mr. Joe Policastro on bass. I'll move over so they could see you. I see your face before me, crowding my every dream. There is your face before me. You are my only theme.
It doesn't matter where you are. I can see how fair you are. I close my eyes, and there you are. Always. If you could share the magic, if you could see me too, there would be nothing tragic in all my dreams of you. Would that my love could haunt you so, knowing that I want you so. I can't erase your beautiful face before me. Could share the magic, if you could see me too, there would be nothing tragic in all my dreams of you. Would that my love could haunt you so, knowing that I want you so. I can't erase your beautiful face before me. I can't erase your beautiful face before me. I can't erase your beautiful face before me. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for letting us do that. Incredible. Is that a random comment or a request? Joanne, I think they're calling you. Well, we're going to do something cheerful for you.
Good boy. We're back. Okay, folks, we're back. I hope everything is streaming and looking and sounding good. I'm going to bring my buddies back, Joe Policastro and Andy Brown. Let's see if they're there. Oh, here they come.
I see me.
There he is. He had to make an appearance.
There he is. Hey.
He made an entrance.
That's my specialty.
So you both look relatively normal. How do you manage the hair? Because you know how like they have those programs like What Happens to the Earth After Humans? And it just like nature takes over. My hair has just like there's so much right now.
I've got a rat tail going over here. And like this stuff, if I figure this out, this is like I can get some James Spader, like like I'm gonna put on a pink V-neck and stuff and be punk.
That's pretty fluffy. Pretty fluffy. Well,
it's the Italian hair. Andy, you're lucky. You're lucky, man.
I just been wearing mine so short that now that when it's so short that it takes a while to grow in. So I don't know.
You're looking good.
Thank you. You too, man.
Well, this is so much fun to revisit this night with you guys. You two individually, like the Mill, like I remember meeting both of you at the Mill. So it's like the Green Mill always has that special, it's kind of like the start. Those are the kind of musicians I would hope to work with someday. So it's nice this many years later that we can reconvene.
Here we are.
And revisit
together
this night. So for hopefully we have people tuning in from all over the place, I'm hoping. For people who may never have been to the Green Mill.
Paul's at the Green Mill.
At the Green Mill right now. You guys, explain what the Green Mill is like. What makes it special? What makes it different?
I know the first time I went there was actually I saw somebody play behind the bar. I was visiting from Cincinnati, and I saw Paulinho Garcia and Grażyna Guszczyk, and it was on a Sunday night, and they were playing behind the bar, doing bossa nova stuff with the two of them singing beautiful harmonies and beautiful tunes. And Petra was with me, and we were visiting, and just somebody said you got to go. It was like 11:30 on a Sunday night, and there's this packed room of quiet people while they play this bossa nova stuff. And I just thought, wow, this is the greatest place on earth. I mean, I went back to Cincinnati and I told every musician, you got to see this place, man. Like, written that line perfectly. It's like it has a vibe of like a really historic place, but it doesn't seem like a put on. It's a normal place,
it's real. It really does ride a fine line between joint and concert hall.
Those two things that you just mentioned too, I think are the aspects that really make it that unique. I mean, first of all, it is gorgeous that it's like the Green Mill is intimate, and like Andy said, it's a joint too. But the culture, I mean, Dave being such a jazz fan, and then the staff that works there, sort of upholding his standard too of it being a listening room, and the only club that I can say without a shadow of a doubt that is 100% had the backs of the musicians above the customers every single time. Yeah. Somebody crosses a line, they're not there to say like, oh well, we don't want to kick anybody out. In fact, a lot of times it seems like they're dying to kick somebody out.
And then after that, a beautiful ballad was being played in the room, and everyone
exactly.
this conundrum, like how do you do them both? But revisiting this night, I mean, when I know that I went into that night being a little tender because I had just lost my dad and didn't necessarily want to be in front of an audience at that point, but listening to you guys play, like you guys are bringing it all night long. I mean, I can't remember a time when you didn't always bring it, but this particular night there was just an energy that even comes through 4 years later watching the footage of it. So I have to thank you 4 years later, if I didn't then, for kind of having my back and just like giving me all that I possibly could have needed to get through a difficult time as we are now. I I mean, it sounds hokey, but I really need music right now. I mean,
that doesn't sound hokey at all.
Yeah, I've delved into so much listening, and just it fulfills me. It makes me want to see all of this through and get back to the first time we're all back on stage. You know, I don't think any one of us take any gig for granted, but that's going to be a pretty remarkable feeling to be able to make music together with colleagues and friends.
Especially when we all have surgical masks on and you're trying to sing with a mask on.
I'm gonna have to figure something. I'm gonna have to figure something out for that.
I mean, the thing is with the performing arts is you need an audience, and then the better the audience is, the better often the art is. You know, like pretty much every time you go there, there's this live energy. Uh-oh. Are you out of bed? It's way past your bedtime.
Homeschool.
It's like it's the joy of family.
Yeah, sorry, hang on.
He wants camera time.
Let's make an appearance. Why not?
Right.
Come on, everybody.
Hi there, buddy.
There he is.
There he is.
There you go. Here's Anthony. Say hi to everybody.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, all right, go to bed.
You're famous.
What's he doing in the jazz club? He's not enough to be in here.
He's not allowed to be in the mill.
Sorry about that. Anyway.
Desperate for social interaction.
One thing about my instrument is it's not that it's not enjoyable to play solo, or it can't be a solo instrument and stuff, but I think its most shining characteristic is like the idea that it's a communal instrument. That's what I miss most of all. And I mean, that's just from a societal perspective as well, and just us as social beings. It's just being together, unity. So it almost feels like we're a community right now. Albeit a weird one.
I think there's no way to deny. You know, you could be like, oh, people are just going to want to stay inside and watch the internet. It's like, I don't think so.
No,
I think they're going to want to
get
out of their house, and they're going to be staying out till 4 a.m. Every club's going to get like a 5 a.m. license, and we're going to be like, man, the gigs are from 8 at night till 5 in the morning, man. Like, you know. So
well, guys, as charming as the three of us are together, I'm sure people. I'm hoping people want to hear some more music. So
okay,
we can sign off. But it was really great to see you guys, and I look forward to making music together. So, and again, 4 years later, thank you for that night, because it meant a lot.
Thank you for the music.
Thanks for hiring us.
All right, guys. I'll see you guys soon.
1, 2, 3, 4. I fell in love with you the first time I looked into them there eyes. You've got a certain little cute way of flirting with them there eyes. They make me feel happy, they make me blue. No stalling, I'm falling a great big way for you. My heart is jumping, you stop at something with them there eyes. You better look out if you're wise. They sparkle, bubble, are gonna get you in a whole lot of trouble. There's danger lurking in your overworking them there eyes. I fell in love with you and I looked into them there eyes. You've got a certain little cute way of flirting, them there eyes. They make me feel happy, they make me blue, and I'm stalling, falling in a great big way for you. Got my heart jumping, you started something with them there eyes. You better look out if you're wise. They sparkle, bubble, gonna get you in a whole lot of trouble. There's danger lurking and you're overworking them there eyes. Andy liked it. You got the gig, man. You got the gig.
to them there eyes. You've got certainly a cute way of flirting with them there eyes. They make me feel happy, they make me blue. No stalling, falling, on in a great big way for you. Got my heart jumping, you spotted something with them there eyes. You better look out, look out, look out, look out if you're wise. They sparkle, bubble, they're gonna get you in a whole lot of trouble. There's danger lurking in your overworking them their eyes. There's danger lurking, you're overworking them their eyes. There's danger lurking in your overworking with their eyes. With your big brown cute them their eyes. Mr. Allemana, would you come up and do a song with us? We have a great friend of ours and a great guitarist in the house. Mr. Mike Allemana is here. You can come this way. He gave up his guitar. You know, you said, how about a Sinatra song? We're going to do the rarest of Sinatra songs. And I think Mike and I are the only two people on earth that know it. Drowsy morning, sunlight, gentle kisses for my love. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. She needn't waken. I'll fix the eggs and bacon her way. While she just dozes. Lately I've taken to bringing her a flower on her tray. She's fond of roses. We'll talk away the morning, read the papers, misbehave, enjoy each other. The world is ours to play in. We'll take a walk or stay in. Long and lazy hours to have and hide away in. For one day, thank goodness it's Sunday. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. Lately I've taken to bringing her a flower on her tray. She's fond of roses. We'll talk away the mornings, read the papers, misbehave, enjoy each other. The world is ours to play in. We'll take a walk or stay. Long and lazy hours to heaven hide away in for one day. Thank goodness it's Sunday. Thank you. Look at you and suddenly something in your eyes I see soon begins bewitching me. It's that old devil moon that you stole from the sky. It's that old devil moon, it's in your eyes. You and your glance make this romance too hard to handle. Stars in the sky are blazing their light. They can't hold a candle to your razzle dazzle. You have got me flying high and wide on a magic carpet ride full of butterflies inside. I wanna cry, I wanna croon, I wanna laugh just like a loon. It's that old devil moon, it's in your eyes. Just when I think I'm free as a dove, old devil moon deep in your eyes blinds me with love. I look at you and suddenly something in your eyes I see soon begins bewitching me. It's that old devil moon that you stole from the sky. It's that old devil moon, it's in your eyes. You and your glance make this romance too hard to handle. Stars in the night blazing their light. They can't hold a candle to your razzle dazzle. You got me flying high and wide on a magic carpet ride full of butterflies inside. I wanna cry, I wanna croon, I wanna laugh just like a loon. It's that old devil moon, it's in your eyes. Just when I think I'm free as a dove, oh, devil moon deep in your eyes blinds me with love. There's something in your eyes I see. Soon begins bewitching me. It's that old devil moon that you stole from the sky. It's that old devil moon. It's in your eyes. You and your plans make this romance too hot to handle. Stars in the night blazing their light. They can't hold a candle to your razzle dazzle. You've got me flying high and wide on a magic carpet ride, full of butterflies inside. I wanna cry, I wanna croon, I wanna laugh just like a loon. It's that old devil moon, it's in your eyes. Just when I think I'm free as a dove, old devil moon deep in your eyes blinds me with love. Just when I think I'm free as a dove, old devil moon deep in your eyes blinds me, blinds me, blinds me with your love. Blinds me with your love. Blinds me. It blinds me. It blinds me with your love. Just when I think I'm free as a dove, oh, devil moon deep in your eyes blinds me, blinds me, blinds me with your love. Just when I think I'm free as a dove, old devil moon deep in your eyes blinds me with love, with love. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for being here tonight. On behalf of my incredible bandmates, we don't want you to go away. We have a lot more music for you. We have another set coming up. There are more Manhattans to be had, to be shared. How about it for Mr. Andy Brown on guitar? At the bar. Mr. Chris Sargent on piano. Jon Deitemyer on drums. This is Joe Policastro on bass. Our special guest this evening, Mr. Mike Allemana. Just when I think I'm free as a dove, old devil moon deep in your eyes blinds me with love. Just when I think I'm free as a dove, old devil moon deep in your eyes blinds me with love. Thanks so much, folks.
That was the Paul Marinaro Quintet. On drums, we have Jon Deitemyer. On bass, we have Joe Policastro. Of course, way in the corner, we have Andy John on the side. And on piano, Chris Sargent. And if you want...